Oh, so this is try number 2 on this deck. So I've already shuffled and drawn your cards. I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. And I had to restart, and I didn't want to redraw the cards because I felt like these are the cards that were meant for you. So sometimes, yesterday when I did a couple of readings, one of the readings I was pulling out just some confirmation cards, and I had put all the other cards back, and it had never happened before, but every card I'd drawn before, but very often it doesn't happen that way. And so I just decided I wanted to keep the cards as they were. So if you chose card number, or chose the number 23, this reading is for you. And this is the it's the growth card spread. It's all about personal growth and moving towards your own your personal path, your life purpose, moving. And sometimes we're not real sure what that is. So this is a particularly nice card spread. It's very nice for oracle cards, as it is focused on life path, and it makes it nice. And so I'm just going to go straight into it. I have already asked for permission to begin and for guidance, and that this message will resonate. So we're just going to get straight into your reading. And the first question is, of course, where do I need to be more honest? And the card that you received is called Truth Be Told. So where do we need to be honest? Truth be told. Truth be told is asking you to, it's a card about justice and about really looking at all sides of the situation and looking at things kind of from a bird's eye view, and looking at it very objectively, and really weighing things out and taking expectations out of it. So if this card is coming up, as this card comes up, it is coming up, as this card comes up in the position of where to be more honest, it's suggesting that in some situation or some area of your life, whether it's about yourself or someone else or a situation in your life, is that you're allowing yourself to be a little bit biased. When this is indicating about self, it means you're not allowing yourself to see both sides of a situation. So you may be very focused on what you consider weaknesses and what you need to focus on in order to grow and to improve, but that you're kind of neglecting to celebrate what's amazing. You're neglecting to reward yourself for the things that you already are good at, the things, the journey that you've been on, the lessons that you've learned, the triumphs, what you've learned from opportunities and obstacles that have been put in your path. Looking back at how far you've come and recognizing that you are not where you were before, that you really have moved forward. So this card is asking you to be honest about yourself, the situations in your life, and all of everything, really. It's all about physical, emotional, spiritual balance and well-being. So it's asking you to look at it with objective eyes and, just be just as willing to face the things that where we can create a little bit more balance and apply some of the lessons that we've learned, but also to be willing to celebrate and to recognize how far you have come. And where you need more confidence, you got a card called Chop Wood. Now, Chop Wood, I'll hold it up so you can see that. Chop Wood is all about really being in the moment and taking care of day-to-day things. So where you need more confidence, this card suggests that there might be a little bit of reticence, a little bit of procrastination in taking care of the day-to-day things. And that usually happens because we feel a little ill-equipped, or we feel like we're in a situation or a relationship or a job or something where we're feeling a little inadequate, or we're feeling like we should be further along than we are. Or, there's all kinds of self-doubts that pop in. So where you should have more confidence is in your ability to deal with and to master the day-to-day tasks and being in the moment. This is a card about being mindful, about not missing the magic of the journey. And when chopwood comes up, it's about you dealing with things on day to day, the things that have to happen every day. Making sure that you're taking care of yourself physically, spiritually, emotionally, and dealing with things as they come rather than allowing them to pile up. This is about not procrastinating, but taking care of the little mundane things, because those little things, the little day-to-day things that need to be dealt with on a daily basis, build up into very big things, and they create a tremendous amount of accomplishment. And sometimes it's a really great way to rest from the big things in our lives is to focus on the laundry, to focus on your drive to work, to focus on helping the kids with homework, to focus on your relationship, and just being very much in the moment. And remember that we are creating our future right now. What we're doing right now is what's propelling us along our path and along our journey. So where to be more confident is to stop procrastinating. You have all the tools that you need. Sometimes there's things we don't really want to do them anyway. And deal with those things. The sense of accomplishment you will have. There's a Navy admiral that gave a speech, and one of the things he says is get up every day and start by making your bed. Because if nothing else goes right that day, at least you know that the first thing that happened this morning is you accomplished something. And it's a great way to start the momentum of the day. And it's a beautiful speech about addressing what's most important. And very often we miss those important things because we're looking off into the future, or we're looking back into the past, and we're missing the magic of the moment. And just know that you have everything you need to get through today. And that's really all you got to do is get through today. So the next one is, how can I positively affect others or positively impact others? And the card that you got is Unfinished Symphony, which I find an interesting card to follow Chopwood, because Chopwood is asking you to not procrastinate and to take care of the day-to-day and to be mindful. And then you get Unfinished Symphony, and this is about tying up loose ends and finishing things up. You can impact others in a positive way by finishing what you start, by living each day in a way that you what is the word I'm looking for? It goes so nicely with Chopwood. It's about letting go of things that no longer serve you. So as we go through the day and we live in the moment with the Chopwood card, and we live in the moment and we take care of those day-to-day things that really need to be taken care of, we're able to take care of things, finish things up, allow things to be done, and be able to start new things. But you can't start something new. You can't move forward until you let go of what's in the past. And the way you impact other people this way, in a positive way, is by showing them what moving forward looks like. And not only them, but the confidence that you will gain by finishing what you start. Now, the next card is what's distracting you. And you got No Place Like Home. But you got No Place Like Home in reverse. Now, No Place Like Home is all about being comfortable in your own skin. This is a card about authenticity and living your most authentic life, and looking in the mirror and genuinely loving the person looking back at you. It really is just about being comfortable in your own skin. But you got this card in reverse. Now, this is about what's distracting you. So let's hold on to that message. So this card comes when there are times when what's familiar or what's comfortable isn't necessarily the best choice. So the suggestion with this card is that there is something in your life that you are allowing or continuing or choosing that may not be best for you, but you're choosing it because it's like the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't know. So what's distracting you here is you choosing the comfortable, or the familiar, not because it's best for you, but because you feel like you kind of know where that's going, and it's preventing you from moving forward into the unknown. But we're not promised the future of anything. So in order for you to stop being distracted by this, is for you to go back to that truth be told card, which is all about looking at everything from all sides and recognizing, well, this is how it's always done. This is just how we've always done it. This is how this person has always been. I can't change that. I just have to accept it. Or you choosing the other path that says, well, this may be the way we've always done it, but I really think there may be a better way. And while change is uncomfortable, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to respond to this person differently. I'm going to choose this other path. So you're being distracted because I think in your heart of hearts, you know that just because that's the way it's always been does not mean that that's the way it needs to be now. And you're feeling that. So you're feeling some conflict, and you're feeling some reticence about it, but you're not, maybe not even sure how to get out of it. You just know that what you're in now isn't ideal. So what's distracting you is this, and that's because you need to really be listening to your intuition and asking actually for guidance. You can reach out to friends, you can reach out to spirit. You are not in this alone. And if you are trying to move forward and to grow, whether it's to improve yourself or to improve your relationships or to improve your job or your career or whatever it is, there are many, many, many paths that you can take. And don't fear that. And don't let that hold you back. Fear can propel you or it can paralyze you. Do not choose paralyzed from your fear. Choose propel. Choose to be propelled. The next card is, what do I need to release? And this is another very interesting card. You got soulmates. However, you got it in reverse. Now, when soulmates is all about harmonious partnerships, of course, loyalty, soulmates, twin flames. It's about what we expect it to be about. But when it comes in reverse, this is telling you that there is an important relationship in your life that's bringing you to your knees. This is the kind of relationship that has come about to teach you something. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is that you're going to keep this person in your life forever and ever. But it means this person has come to teach you something that no one else can teach you. Now, it's very possible that it is somebody that you're going to keep for the rest of your life. But the bigger message with the soulmate card when it comes in reverse is that your patterns, your old stories, your history, all of those old lessons do not serve you. What you learned in past relationships do not apply to this relationship. This is asking you to let go of all that no longer serves you and look at this with fresh eyes. This comes behind or below the truth be told card. Again, you are being asked to look at this with different eyes and look at it with both eyes. You're being asked to really see what this person has come into your life to teach you. And just because you may feel like you're in a similar situation, this one is very different. And this is a gift. This is a gift to you. Someone has come into your life to help you move forward, but you cannot move forward and learn. And this is about relationships, by the way. It could be any kind of relationship. It could be work relationships, romantic relationships, familial relationships. But you show me how you manage one thing, I'll show you how you manage everything. So I believe this has to do with romance and partners, but it could be that you're learning a lesson from someone about love. And if you've had the same type of experience over and over in your romantic history, there's a message in here that's showing you how to get out of that cycle, how to move away from that. And you're being asked to let it go. That's what you need to release. And then the last card is, what is my next step? towards my purpose. And you got a change in the wind, which I think is amazing that it came next to the soulmate card in reverse, because the soulmate card has come to help you break patterns of the past, to help you break the cycles that no longer serve you. They've really never served you quite well, other than you went through some things in order to learn some things, and now you have learned those lessons, and this is going to help you propel you forward. So this last card, what you need to do at your next step is change in the wind. Is the change in the wind is asking you to recognize this other path, this new path, these new choices, these new responses. It's very exciting. I'm really excited about this card. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. I don't know, you probably can't see it, I got goosebumps. But it's saying that because you are willing to be more objective and to look at everything from both sides, and to celebrate your wins as well as address your losses, and recognize your weaknesses and assess that and figure out what you need to do with that, but especially to see the good that's going on. And as you're willing to take things step by step and be very mindful and in the moment, and tie up loose ends and finish the projects that you start, and as you are willing to learn the lessons that are coming to you, and about being comfortable in your own skin as well, and to see that things may not be always comfortable, but very, very worth it, you are going to be ready for the change that's coming in your life. Now, because this is a reading about life purpose and growth, it's a growth card spread. This is a very, very positive change in the wind. This is all about, for you, breaking old cycles, letting go of old thought processes, old belief systems, old lessons that no longer serve you, that you no longer need, and moving into, this is kind of like the Sun card in tarot, about new beginnings and new opportunities, and things happening for you because you have finally seen the light. And what a beautiful opportunity this is for you. It's change is always a little uncomfortable, and I say it in almost every reading: what doesn't challenge you doesn't change you. So it might be uncomfortable, and you may be struggling with it a little bit, but keep up the good fight, and keep being honest and raw and open and willing to see things as they really are, and to move and finish up those things that you start, so that you can make room in your life for all the blessings that are coming to you. And I'm so grateful to be able to read for you. Thank you so much for letting me do this. I hope this reading resonated with you. And again, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the group.